Let's hear it for George Lally Jr.
I'd like to bring Mayor Tom McDermott up, please, for this award from our president, Mr. Stephen M. Tellison.
But I tell you what, all the boys and all the coaches that earned and won their regional and earned their way into the World Series and got to fly to Hammond, Indiana with their teammates and stay in hotels for a week, thousands and thousands of hours of baseball, all these young men in front of us have put in. Thousands of hours, thousands of ground balls, thousands of pitches thrown to them by their coaches and our local league support and all the traveling that they had to do with their parents. A tremendous amount of work from all these young men sitting in front of us went into this year. They earned their way to the World Series. Let's give them a big round of applause for all these young men.
You know, about 4 years ago, we hosted Ohio Valley Regional. And it was after that regional that we got together and we started talking about, hey, we want a World Series. I know when the mayor helped us build the facility, along with the help from the Hammond Optimist Club, you know, that was one of the goals was, hey, we're going to build a beautiful park and we're going to go after a big-time tournament. And so 4 years after that regional, here we are. So we're really excited because our dreams have become reality. And tomorrow night when that first pitch goes out, that's going to be the coolest thing we've done in a long time.
First of all, you guys have all seen A Christmas Story, right? Yeah, that's everybody watches it at the holidays. The guy who this building is named after wrote that movie, or originally a play, and was actually on the radio, not just down the street where I sit every morning now. That would have been back in the 1940s. But you guys remember that scene where they have the Flick, I think it is, gets the phone to the basketball post or whatever it is? Well, Gene Shepard grew up and lived right around the corner. All that is based like kind of right about where we're at. And it's a little known fact, as a matter of fact, nobody knows this, but Flick is actually patterned after the guy who's going to come up here and talk next. And sometimes we'll hear a little bit when he's talking. So whether that's true or not, we'll have to ask him later. He has we're very proud of what he's been able to accomplish coming out of Hammond Morton High School. He was selected by the Reds in the 1966 draft, played in the Southern League for a while, and he went on in his career to get 915 career games. He asked that I didn't say his batting average, so we'll just do it backwards. It was 712 backwards. He had 14 home runs, 190 runs batted in, 237 runs scored, 458 hits, 75 doubles, 17 triples, and a speedy 19 stolen bases. Deeper than that, he was coming up through his high school career, very well known in this area. I personally remember being taken to Cubs games to just watch Darrell Chaney with my dad, who's sitting right over there. So on behalf of all the local people and everybody else that has come into the area, hey, let's give a big round of applause to one of our own from Hammond, Indiana. That's Darrell Chaney.
When I was 12 years old, he came to our Little League banquet. I've been wanting to be just like him for 5 years now. And here he comes into the banquet site. He came in St. Michael's Ukrainian Hall. He came in a back door after a ball game in August in Chicago. He hit a home run, drove all the way to Hammond here to speak to us kids. I ran back there to get his autograph, couldn't get near him. Everybody, all the kids wanted to get his autograph. They covered him up back there. He could hardly eat dinner. He was signing autographs right and left, taking pictures, loving the kids and loving the game. I said to my dad, man, that's who I want to be like, Dad. I want to do that someday. I want to be a major leaguer. I want to hug kids. I want to sign their autograph. I want to be a major leaguer. I got to get his autograph. And my dad said, well, he's too crowded back there right now. Let's wait till he's done speaking and maybe he'll sign your autograph before he leaves. I said, sure. He goes into his speech, it was about 35 minutes long. I'm going to tell you 4 things he said. He said, when you go to work, I want you to learn how to work hard. When you go to play, I want you to learn how to play hard. When you go to pray, I want you to learn how to pray hard. And he said, I want you kids to learn to tell the truth. He said, learn to tell the truth, and you'll never have to remember what you said. Learn to tell the truth, and you'll never have to remember what you said. That's pretty good advice for a 12-year-old kid, don't you think? How about your moms and dads? That's pretty good advice for 12-year-old kids, isn't it? Pretty good advice for moms and dads. Pretty good advice for sisters and brothers. And it's pretty good advice for a 65-year-old grandpa of 3 boys who love baseball. That's me. See, every man needs a role model. Every man needs a role model. But every man also needs to be a good role model. That's what Ernie Banks was. A good role model. Still is today. That's what I try to be to my grandkids. I know it's that you parents try to be to these young men. And you guys are going to have your chance someday to be good role models. Maybe even to the guy sitting right next to you.